I have chosen the Dharma words of Master Chung again on emptiness. I think you have heard on emptiness more than 10 times. But you know, we may simply talk about emptiness all year round. And why? Because that is the really quintessence of all the Buddhist scriptures. And if you become emptiness itself, you can deliver yourself from all the sufferings and the cycle of birth and death. You may think emptiness of what? In this case, emptiness has many meanings. One could be like an empty block after fire, that's empty. If you drain water from a pitcher, then you have an empty pitcher. If you get rid of all those unwholesome thoughts from your mind, and you have empty mind. And if we examine all the causes of all misery, individual or collective, we find the cause of misery in the unwholesome thought in the mind of those people, especially leaders of the country. If their mind is not empty of unwholesome thought. Now, what is unwholesome thought? In Buddhism, the Buddha said there are 3 unwholesome thoughts, which are called 3 poisons in the mind. And what are the 3 poisons in the mind? You read it in the Dhammapada, the Buddhist scripture. The ultimate source of all human misery is the threefold poison. The first one is greed. Second is anger, hatred. And the third is delusions, stupidity, foolishness, ignorance, all put together. And if you examine any case of misery, suffering, include the economic downturn these days, it's scary. I went to a Korean grocery store and I was told that it's like a domino effect. You know, many shops close because customers don't come. And ultimately you go back to what happened in the Washington and Wall Street. Delusions, stupidity, foolishness, plus greed. And that's the cause of all this trouble. And how come then the whole globe now, all over the world, we have economic problems? I am not an economist, but I heard that if American economy sneezes, then especially like some countries like Korea have flu, you know. And it turns out that way. What I'm saying is this. If those people who are in charge of the management of the economy were free from the 3 poisons in their mind, we might be in a different situation, you know. Communism or socialism was one extreme against this kind of capitalism, you know. And but socialism or communism is dead. And then this capitalism just ran without any stop. And always at the bottom of this capitalism is the greed. You know that? Without greed, selfishness, capitalism cannot work. And that's the fate. And we can't do anything about it. Why am I talking about that in this small temple of Buddhism? Well, we must learn from the macro cosmos, and to microcosmos. Microcosmos is in your mind. You know, in your mind there's a world of its own. Okay? And if things are going wrong in the microcosm in your world, then your life cannot but suffer. So we have to try hard to get rid of the unwholesome thought. I mean, the three poisons of greed, anger. Under the category of greed, we have lust, greed, vehement desire, and so on. We just saw the other day, Fort Lauderdale, a high school girl shot and killed her friend. You know, if you examine the bottom of her mind, you will find these three poisons. Stupidity, anger. Why anger? I heard that the girl killed somehow wanted to break off her relationship, friendship with the one who shot her. I don't know whether that's correct. All this is, you know, at the bottom of the mind we have greed, sometimes lust, and anger, hatred. But these two are always based on the last one, delusions, stupidity, ignorance, and so on, and delusions and so on. So what the Buddhism tries to teach, what the Buddha taught was this: we have to get rid of the ultimate cause of all human misery. It turns out to be delusions. If you don't have delusions, the other two, greed and anger, will go away too. That's why the Buddha put great emphasis on wisdom. And wisdom will not shine if the root of the delusion, stupidity, ignorance is not removed. Only when the root of the ignorance and delusions are removed, then there's the awakening, enlightenment, and there will be the light of wisdom. Now, what is the wisdom in this case? One of the most important wisdom in Buddhism, actually the heart of Buddhism, is the wisdom that knowing the ultimate nature of all things in the world, all the things in the world. Is there anything in space and time which has its own inherent existence, essence? Show me just one. Even Descartes, the French philosopher in the early modern times, said that there's nothing in space and time which has its own substance. Substance means essence. I mean, inherent existence, something that can exist without depending on anything else. There's nothing except one, God. Only God is the one which satisfies the definition of substance. And the substance is that which exists in itself by itself, without depending on anything else, without requiring anything else for its existence, and that's only God. All other things, and look at your body, your life, there's no inherent existence or essence. Even your body, all the cells are replaced completely with new cells every 7 years.